guys. Hey guys. Hopefully you can hear me. This is Roxy Comics, and just doing another live video today. Uh, I am low on motivation at the moment, not gonna lie, so kind of didn't feel like drawing Roxy again, and I'm just gonna be drawing the cat instead. And yeah, sort of dealing with some quarantine-related malaise today, so I feel like I'm running at like 80% power. Hopefully everybody is doing okay. Got some interesting things coming up in the next week or so. We've got Space 2020, which is going to be an online convention this year, which I'll probably be taking part in here. I know I'm going to have some stuff up for sale, prints and comics wise, so I'll post things when that's happening. This is technically it's Roxy's cat. She does have a cat, but the cat basically never appears in the comics. It only appears in like postcards and merch and other artwork that I do. The cat is unnamed thus far, which I should probably change. I should probably make like a poll or something and have you guys help me decide on a name. If you have any suggestions, you leave them in the comments. Meow face is, that might be a good one. Although that's a little close to Catty McCatface, so probably gonna avoid that. So yeah, as usual, if you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, and I'll try and answer them as I draw here. If it's if we're low on questions, I have like a list of conversation starter questions that I got off the internet that I will try to answer and hope like I can answer given, the pandemic and everything. Some of these are probably no longer applicable. Yeah. Let's see. Mr. Meowsers. That's a cute name. That sounds more like what she would call the cat. Like, everybody who has a cat has like a billion names for it. It has its actual name, which it almost never gets called, and then, Mr. Meowsers and, Floof, whatever. Mm. Never let the internet name things. That's probably good advice. I should probably not do what I'm planning on doing. Anything but Catty McCatface. Of course, I say that now, somebody's gonna come up with something disturbing. Hmm. All right, well, we don't have many questions, so I'm gonna go over to my list here real quick. What do you think of tattoos, and do you have any? I like tattoos. I've always kind of liked tattoo art when it's like done well. Like there are some truly awful tattoos out there, but there's some truly awful, paintings out there too, and that doesn't mean you just like painting. I don't have any tattoos, as I am sort of afraid of the permanence of them. That there's nothing that I can think of that I would absolutely want on my body forever. Although as I get older, that's maybe starting to change. Like once we get some semblance of normal back, or like can at least go out to places like tattoo parlors without, worrying about spreading coronavirus, maybe I'll get a tattoo. I know a lot of people are making it their resolution, like since quarantine started, that they want to get tattoos. I would want to design my own. I feel like when you're an artist, there's a lot of pressure, like to to design your own tattoos if you get a tattoo. I'm going to kind of erase out some of this line work here. Still getting used to this new brush set. I'm trying some ones that I haven't tried before. Let me hit reload real quick and make sure I'm getting all the comments. Sometimes it'll filter you guys out and I won't be able to see everything. There we go. Is the cat male or female? I sort of pictured it being a female cat, but I don't know, I have friends who have like female cats with male names. Like one of my best friends has two cats that are both female, but their names are Pippin and Gimli from Lord of the Rings. So don't let that influence your name decisions. What kind of clothing style do you like best? Ooh, that's really hard to choose. I really like fashion design. That was one of the things that I considered going into before I settled on illustration. I don't know. It depends on the situation and the person. I think everybody has like a style that works for them or several styles that work for them. My personal style is sort of lazy tomboy goth. Like, I like goth fashion, but I don't really have the money or want to devote the time to doing like full makeup and, styling my hair. So it's just like a gray t-shirt, a black necklace, and black pants every day. And that's my thing. Hmm. Let's see. Angel cat or demon cat? And to follow up, do you consider using henna? I have used henna before. Sorry to skip to the second question first. Uh, Henna tattoos are cool, but they're sort of limited in what you can do with them. Like you kind of, I've never seen a henna tattoo that didn't look like a henna tattoo, if that makes any sense. And they're really pretty, but it's just sort of like a different thing for me than other sorts of tattoo art. And I think if I were to get a tattoo, like a real one, it would probably not quite be in that style. It'd probably be like something nature themed. Nanoxy. Nyan nyan. There we go. This will probably be a short-ish video today. Just gonna do the one drawing and mostly done with that already. So I'm gonna open up my page again. I'm trying to make sure I see all your comments. Sometimes I have to have like two different pages open so it won't filter them out. Let's go to our list here real quick. What is something popular now that annoys you? That's interesting. Um, I know, like, this is a question that's designed to sort of bring out, like, the cranky old lady in me, but honestly, like, if there's anything that's popular now that annoys me, it's the tendency to do that. Like, generally speaking, I think, I mean, it's fun to criticize media and whatnot, but I think the negativity gets to be a little bit disheartening when it's just everywhere. Uh, and it gets to be like the only thing you see after a while on sites like YouTube or Twitter, and YouTube especially because it's like, the algorithm favors bad you like not bad videos, but like if you have a negative opinion of something, it's more likely to get a lot of views if you make that video than if you know, take a positive opinion of something and like allow yourself to like be vulnerable to criticism and sort of defend a thing that you like. So, yeah, the tendency to like over criticize or jump straight to criticism is something that is popular now that kind of drives me crazy. Hmm. I should do cat adventures with Roxy. Do like a little side comic. Although I'm thinking of like what I would do with that, and I'd probably want to make the cat like a talking character. Like maybe it talks, but only Roxy can hear it, and that's kind of getting into magical girl territory. I don't know. Ooh, Persephone's a good name. I just like the myth of Persephone. It's a really interesting story, and the name is really pretty. Almost done with the line drawing here. The eyes are looking a little off. I need to get closer. Garfield type side comic. I guess so. Could be like that. I don't know. It's hard for me to think in terms of Garfield. As I'm not a huge Garfield fan, but just something where it's like Roxy and her cat. Really, I should just start bringing the cat into the comics more and give it a name so that I can do that. Hmm. Going through my list again here, trying to find something to talk about. A lot of this stuff doesn't really apply right now. It's like, what do you like to do when you hang out with your friends? Well, I like to go on Zoom calls and maybe roll 20. And that's what I do for my social life now. Hmm. How often do you stay up past 3 a.m.? More often than I should. I have horrible sleep habits. Basically, I'll go to bed, but I will stare at my phone for like 2 to 3 hours uh, a night. And I think it might be an anxiety thing, or it might just be boredom and like an unwillingness to let myself get bored and therefore fall asleep. So, yeah, often. Let's see. I'm gonna give the cat a little bit of a frowny face. Not a frowny face, just like a neutral expression. I had no idea what I was gonna do when I signed on today. I was like setting up for this video about 10 minutes till 6, and I had nothing sketched out, and I just knew like I was not in the mood to draw Roxy, and that's kind of that was my starting point. So I just sort of sketched something out real quick, and it's kind of working out for me. I think this is turning out well. I just could not today. to reload something. Give me a sec. Hmm. Would the cat dominate the relationship? Because Roxy. I think all cats are the dominant party in most relationships with humans. Like cats just have a naturally independent air. It's kind of like, well, you can't train them. You can't really like even though you technically own the cat, you don't really feel like you have power over the cat. I used to have a cat who decided when I would wake up every morning. Basically, I would be in bed and she would decide that it was time for me to feed her at like 7:30 in the morning. So what she would do is she would go around until she found a piece of paper, like a receipt or something, and she would just start tearing it up. And that is a horrible sound to hear for anyone. But for me in particular, I was always worried that she had found like my sketchbook or something important that I wouldn't be able to replace if she destroyed it. So I would have to get up and check. And it didn't matter like if I hid every piece of paper in the house, she would somehow every time find something. Like it could be in the furthest corner of the least used room in our house and she would find it and use it to wake me up. I don't have a cat right now. I am actually looking for a dog. We already have, my boyfriend and I have a golden retriever who is super sweet and I love her. Um, but we are looking to get a second dog, hopefully, to just sort of keep her company. And we're hoping to get a puppy. Like, I want the experience of trying to train a puppy at some point. So, we're thinking about either like people have been warning me away from getting an Australian Shepherd, although I'd really like one of those because they're adorable. If we don't get one of those, maybe like a Husky or Malamute, even though those are massive. I have to keep in mind that like I am not a large or strong person, so a dog that can just pull me anywhere at once is probably not the best decision I ever made. They're so cute though. I'm gonna sort of shape the end of the tail here. Give it a little bit of foof. Alright. Adding a layer. I'm gonna do yellow for the eyes. There we go. Then, oh, I need a different brush. White for the highlights. I'm gonna do like a highlight layer here. I have the opacity low. I might bump this up later, but I don't want it to look like the cat is made of plastic, so I'm gonna try and keep it somewhat subtle. I'm working on a gray background instead of white today. I've been using a lot of toned paper recently, and I really like it. I just find that, like, for whatever reason, when it's on toned paper, my sketches always look a little bit more finished uh, than they normally would. It's just fun to, like, play with highlights instead of just shading. Ooh, Medusa. That's a really good name for a cat, too. I'm liking these mythological names. Medusa or Persephone, either one of those would be really good. Something about this doesn't look quite right. Here we go. It's gonna kind of do a highlight all around. Am I zoomed in enough? Can you guys see this? I think I should get closer. Going back to my questions here. Let's find something. What is the most beautiful place near where you live? Ooh. I live in an area that's surrounded by a lot of just farmland and like not a lot of hills or anything that like could be considered like a natural beauty kind of setting. Uh, although Hocking Hills is near here, and that is really beautiful. It's a really gorgeous, I think, national park, and it was the inspiration for a lot of the backgrounds in the comic series Bone by Jeff Smith. So if you've ever read that, a lot of it looks like it is drawn in Hocking Hills. There are these just like really gorgeous waterfalls and forests and cliff sides, and it's an awesome place to spend a weekend if you can get away. Hmm. Oh, apparently I should maybe think twice about huskies too. Need 4 hours of walks each day. Oh boy, that's a lot. Like I'm not a super active person. I don't I don't just want to sit on the couch all day, but 4 hours of walks is a lot for me. Maybe a cocker spaniel. Almost done here. Let's finish up this little last highlight. Should do something with the ears. Maybe pink. That is too pink. Too light. That's better. And then I'm just gonna erase out all the places where fur is. Hmm. Hmm. The eyes are making me think of a snake. Maybe call her Asp. That would be really cute. Hmm. The eyes need something. They need like a highlight. There we go. Hmm. That was what made you think of Medusa. That's a good call. I just really like mythological names for pets in general. just gonna finish it up with like a soft highlight around the edges here. Almost done. There we go. There we go. Cool. Well, I think I'm done with this little sketch here. But thank you guys all for tuning in and watching me draw again. These are super fun for me, so if you guys are enjoying them, I will gladly keep making these videos. I'm also going to start posting links to my YouTube channel, so if you want to go back and watch any of the old ones for whatever reason, you can. Uh, well, there'll probably be another video coming like this Sunday or Monday, but I will let you know. Meantime, everybody have a good weekend and take care of yourselves.